Hi traders, welcome to the Price Action Volume Trader channel. Today I wanted to make a video comparing what I consider my absolute favorite indicator, and that is volume profiles. I've gotten a few questions on the channel with people asking me how reliable volume profiles on TradingView are, since they don't have, as of now, true tick data like other professional platforms, like for example Sierra Chart, which is the platform that I like to use for order flow trading in the futures market. I use both Sierra Chart and TradingView. I focus on Sierra Chart mostly for the delta footprint charts, things like that. But when it comes to volume profile, I think both platforms are almost exactly the same. I think the volume profile tools on TradingView are excellent. And so in this video, I'm going to compare three different types of volume profiles on both Sierra Chart and TradingView, so that you can compare and see how closely they each resemble each other. Okay, so first thing, so I'm going to split the screen in half. So here on the left side, we're going to have Sierra Chart. On the right side, we're going to have TradingView. Before we dive in quickly, this is from the knowledge base on volume profiles on TradingView. If you go to the bottom right to the question mark and you search volume profile, you'll come to this source. And here, I'm not going to read line by line, but it's going to give you here a summary of how Sierra Chart calculates their volume profiles. They don't have true tick data, so what they use is right here. You can see tick volume indicates the amount of price updates. We use up-down volume instead of buy-sell volume and calculate volume profile based on a price direction inside of bars. Okay, so you can pause the video and read this in detail, but that's just to explain how TradingView does their calculations. So let's start comparing this. I'm going to use a continuous futures ES SP 500 contract chart for both platforms. And I'm going to go over a long-term volume profile that I have here on both. So you have here, I have it on the left side on Sierra Chart, and I have here on the right on TradingView. This is using the anchored volume profile tool, which is a free volume profile tool included in Sierra Chart. If you want to get access to their other volume profile indicators, then you will need to have a paid plan, but there is a free fixed range and anchor tools here, which you can use for most of your needs. Okay, first let me make this a little bit wider so that they're easier to compare. So right there, okay, if I zoom out, you can see I marked off here the anchor that I'm starting this long-term profile from is this line right here, which is on June 13th, 2023. And if I go here on Sierra Chart and I go to Studies, Settings, you can see same thing. Volume profile, start date is June 13, 2023. So these profiles are starting from the same date. This one is actually set to 2 ticks per volume bar. So let's set this one the same thing. If we go to inputs, ticks, let's put 2 ticks per bar. Total volume, value area 68%. That's how I have it on Sierra Chart. So we are good to go. So let's go into the 1 hour time frame. We just had a market meltdown. I'm recording this after the huge dump with the tariffs. But, you know, what I want to just show you is let's compare the high volume nodes on both of this and we can see how closely the levels resemble each other. So you can see right now we are between this high volume node on both platforms. So let's just see what the values of those are. So first of all, if we go into the, upper edge area, and let's use a horizontal ray to mark it off here, where volumes drop off the top edge. Pretty much you can see there 51, 54, 50. And if I do the same here on Sierra chart and I go right into the top edge of this node, 51, 49, 75. Okay, so you can see pretty much is about a difference of like 5 points, but very, very close levels. Also, if you just compare this side by side, you can see we're pretty much having very similar. Let me just put this so they both look exactly the same how I have it one with the other. Pretty much right there, they're the same. And I mean, if you see, they look very, very similar. We have the profile here, the high volume node there, high volume node there. We have this little spike here, the little spike here. We have this edge here. Like let's do the top edge of this node right here, 52, 48, 25. And if I go to the top edge here, 52, 44, 75. So you can see pretty much a difference of just about 4 points between these long-term volume profiles. Now, let's do an example where we take a fixed range volume profile. So if I zoom in here on both charts, we have this section here. This is from March 31st to April 2nd, March 31st to April 2nd. Let's say I want to put a volume profile going from the open here on Monday up to this huge down candle that we had with the tariff announcement. So from here up to here. Okay, so let's put a fixed range volume profile on both charts. So for this, I'm going to use on Sierra chart the volume profile drawing tool. I just drag it. Okay, so right there I have my profile, I have my value area. You can see the darker shaded area. This is 68% value area. And for this, I'm going to use the fixed range volume profile tool. I'm going to select the first anchor here at the gap down open on March 30th, and I'm going to extend it to this huge down candle. Okay, now let's check the settings on this. If I go to studies and I go here, settings, so we have 1 tick per row on this one, and you can see starting on March 30th. And then this one, let's go to the settings, same thing, ticks per row, 1, total volume, 68% value area, okay? I added this blue background just so you can easily see where the anchors are. And if I click this one, you can see where the anchors are, okay? So let's compare where the levels are. Value area high on this one is at 57.0825. Value area high on this one is at 57.1150. So about 3.25 difference on this. Value area low on Sierra chart for this fixed range, 56.14.25, and on TradingView 56.13. So a 5 tick difference on this volume profiles over here on this. So you can see very, very close as well with this fixed range volume profiles. And then you can see the edges. This one, you can see we do have less detail on TradingView than we have on Sierra chart, but that's also to do that we're choosing, a pretty short period. So there's not that much volumes accumulated. If, let's delete this. Let's go into a 4-hour time frame, a longer term period right here. So let's say we want to grab from this date, March 10th, up into this low right here. Okay, so we have the profile here on Sierra chart, and then let's go do the same here and select the exact same period with the fixed range. So we're going to take the 10th up to this spike down, and there you have it. Now we do have a little more definition because we're taking a little bit longer time frame on this. And if we put them side by side here, and let's send this to the back so it's not covering the candlesticks, you can compare the levels. Same thing. Let's compare the value areas. Value area high, 57.45 on Sierra chart, 57.47.75 on TradingView. The point of control, that's the most, the point with the maximum traded volume in the price scale of the profile, 56.70.25 on Sierra, 56.69 on TradingView. Okay, so you can see very, very close. And finally, let's do a comparison of a short time frame intraday session profiles. Let's go down into a 5-minute chart on both of them. And let's compare. Let's go here on this day. This is April 3rd, regular trading hours. So the New York stock market hours from 9:30 up until the 5 p.m. settlement. So we have this right here, Sierra chart. Again, this is April 3rd, and right there, this is a 5-minute chart. Again, continues S&P 500, and if we compare the values, you can see value area high 55.22.25 on Sierra, 55.20.50 on TradingView. Value area low 54.61, TradingView 54.59.75, point of control 54.82, 54.81.75. And then, you can see the shape of the nodes. And then here, you can see the edges of the high volume nodes. Like, for example, this edge right here, it's 54.70.25. This one, 54.71.25. Okay, so you can see overall the levels between Sierra Chart and TradingView are almost identical when it comes to the volume profiles. So definitely, even though TradingView is not yet using real true tick data, the way they calculate it is very efficient. So if you want to use volume profiles on TradingView, you can be confident that you are getting good, precise levels just like you would on a more advanced order flow platform like you would, for example, on Sierra Chart. Okay, so with that, I'll leave you. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and I will be seeing you all in the next video. Take care.